Are you thinking of buying a property in Costa Rica and renting it out as an Airbnb? Or have you recently purchased a home and have the same question? If so, this episode is for you because today we're going to talk about income taxes, specifically as it relates to short-term vacation rentals. So stay tuned. Hi everyone, Sarah Breitlander here with KRAIN Luxury Real Estate and KRAIN Vacation Rentals. And today we're going to talk about income taxes, specifically as it relates to short-term rentals. This is one of my frequently asked questions for my homeowners. Many of you may know we're a real estate company. First and foremost, we also have a property management company because for us it's not just about selling the house. That honestly is the beginning of the relationship. I always tell the team that's just the beginning. The goal is continued success down here with your home in Costa Rica. For so many of my clients, part of that success is coming down and enjoying the property, adding to your quality of life, of course, but it's also about the property generating income while you're not here to use it. So it's a very important issue, near and dear to my clients, and income taxes is a big part of that. Why is it such a big question? Because it's not like it is back in the US and Canada. So for many of my clients, as you know, typically when we talk income taxes, right, we're talking about your gross income minus your expenses, and then you're taxed on your net income, right? Gross minus expenses, you're taxed on your net. It is not that way here in Costa Rica. It used to be that it followed that traditional method, but about 5 or 6 years ago, the Costa Rica government passed a sweeping law regulating taxes and the finances. Actually, the literal translation of the law is basically strengthening the finance here in Costa Rica. So what does that mean? There are a couple of big changes that they had when they passed this income tax law here in Costa Rica. Number one, they did away with that traditional method that I was talking about. So I personally think it had something to do with the fact that, what are you writing off as your expenses, right? I think maybe a lot of people were trying to write off, obviously when you come down and you check on your investment, writing off the airfare, right? But where do you draw the line? Do you write off rental cars? When you buy groceries down here when the homeowners are visiting, is that a write-off? And I think that, the Costa Rica government was like, you know what? We're not going to go through all of these itemized expenses anymore. It's too much paperwork and it's too much of a thought process. We are going to talk about automation and we're going to talk about efficiency, okay? So the new income tax law states essentially that it's going to be an automatic calculation. We're going to take your gross income, whatever that number is, and we are going to automatically give you 15% in expenses, okay? So, and we're going to tax you on the remaining 85%. It's a very efficient, automatic method that they're using, okay? So that's the first thing. That's how your income taxes are filed if you're a short-term vacation rental, okay? And then the second part of that law said instead of filing income taxes on a yearly basis, you need to file on a monthly basis. Similar to the sales tax law, which is a whole nother video that we can share with you. So those are the two big important pieces for my clients to know about income taxes. Did it cut into my homeowners' profits? Yes, okay, because I think most of my homeowners have more than 15% of their gross income is expenses. So for most of our homeowners, they're kind of being taxed on more than their actual expenses are. It's not a huge problem. It's never been a reason why any homeowner has sold or has not bought because of this law, but it did kind of cut into the homeowners' profits a little bit. And then the second part of that, because you have to file income taxes on a monthly basis, our homeowners had to pay an accountant do that, right? So that's another kind of expense that didn't exist before this law was passed. At this point, that's when KRAIN, as a property management company, kind of took some of these tax filing services in-house, because we kind of did the math. If our homeowner has to pay X amount for an outside accountant every month, we have, right now, for example, we have 140 homes. About 100 of those are short-term vacation rentals. We can hire an accounting team and divide that salary up over our homeowners, kind of in bulk, and we can do it for cheaper, right? So we started providing that service basically when this law took effect to try to counteract some of the expense that our homeowners had because of this regulation. I always say you don't have to use KRAIN for tax filings and accounting. We have that service if you want, but under no circumstances are you required. Most homeowners do, however, because there is a savings there. So that is the gist of the law when it comes to income taxes here in Costa Rica, specifically as it related to short-term rentals. There's some other super interesting pieces of this, specifically the Factura Electronicas, which is the electronic invoices piece. And also, super cool, there is an exception to this income tax regulation that I can share with you, and it's a little secret, and it may lead to some substantial income tax savings. So if you're interested in either of those, click the videos that are next to my head, and we'll talk more about that. Until then, if you enjoyed this video, please hit the like button and subscribe to our channel so that we know bringing this information to you if you found helpful and enjoy. Ciao for now, and Pura Vida.